HRC, 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 HRC. Hebrew readers, church.
Welcome to Hebrew Readers Church, everybody. We hope everybody's been having a great week. Coming into the Shabbat day today, I'm your brother Zach Wallace, your brother Kasafo. Before we get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to brother James. These are his shirts. Love conquers all. We're gonna put up the information if anybody wants to support the brother in his endeavors. So we definitely send love this way. Brother Kasafo, we have a great lesson today. We have understanding the calendar, a complete day. We hope everybody enjoys the lesson. Brother Kasafo, you ready?
Yes. All right. You are all, hopefully you've seen the video, the short video, True Night and Day. And this lesson is to go along with that for understanding the calendar. And we have a playlist for understanding the calendar that you'll find all these videos in. So according to scripture, a whole day is made up of nighttime and daytime. There are 3 portions of the nighttime and 3 portions of the daytime. In the daytime, 2 portions of it are given to the light, and the 3rd portion is given to the evening. Likewise, for the 3 portions of the nighttime, 2 portions are given to the darkness, and the 3rd portion is given to the dawn, before sunrise, also known as morning. According to scripture, you can't count the dawn with daytime when counting the hours of daytime, because it is a portion of the nighttime. And you can't count the evening with the nighttime when counting the nighttime, because it pertains to the daytime according to scripture. Nighttime has to have its 3 portions, and daytime has to have its 3 portions to properly count the accurate parts or hours of a whole day. There has been discussion out there about which day is the accurate day for the beginning of the year, and which calendar is accurate using the time and date websites to say the year began at such and such dates. In regards to the online websites for tracking the times, they don't track the days accurately according to scripture. The scriptural understanding of the time count one whole day to be made of night and day, with the days beginning with night and ending when night comes again. So the time and date website does not account a full scriptural day, but instead it's calculating a day from midnight to midnight. So what may seem to be equal parts day and night on these sites are not actually correct scripturally. There is a need to understand how the times are counted according to scripture to be on one accord and understanding how to identify the last day of the year to know when the new year begins on the next day after. Today, hopefully, in discussing these things, it will bring us on one accord in regards to this edification. Now let's start from the beginning. Can you read Jubilees chapter 2, verse 2 and 3, please?
For on the first day he created the heavens which are above, and the earth, and the waters, and all the spirits which serve before him, the angels of the presence, and the angels of sanctification, and the angels of the spirit of fire, and the angels of the spirit of the winds, and the angels of the spirit of the clouds, and of darkness, and of snow, and of hail, and of hoarfrost, and the angels of the voices, and of the thunder, and of the lightning, and the angels of the spirit of cold, and of heat, and of winter, and of spring, and of autumn, and of summer, and of all the spirits of his creatures, which are in the heavens and on the earth.
The heavens, earth, waters, and spirits were created. He created 7 great works. Continue reading, please.
He created the abysses and the darkness, eventide and night, and the light, dawn and day, which he hath prepared in the knowledge of his heart.
That's why we are seeking how he accounts the days to ensure we are on the right track, since the works were created according to his knowledge. Can you continue to verse 3, please?
And thereupon we saw his works, and praised him, and lauded before him on account of all his works. For 7 great works did he create on the first day.
6 of these great works are the works that comprise a full day. From what we just read, there's darkness, there's eventide, night, light, dawn, and day are the 6 components of a full day. All right. Sorry for my fingers. I played sports, so they all beat up. We have the we have the components of a full day, but we need to understand how Ahayah estimates a full day. In scripture, we can get the understanding. Can you read Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 to 4, please? I mean 1 to 5. Sorry.
It's okay. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, Alahayim created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the spirit of Alahayim moved upon the face of the waters. And Alahayim said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And Alahayim saw the light, that it was good. And Alahayim divided the light from the darkness.
There was a division made between darkness and light in the invisible world. Continue to Genesis chapter 1, verse 5, please.
And Alahayim called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Of the 6 works of a full day, darkness is represented by night, and light is represented by day. That right there, that's 4 of the 6 works that were created. But what of the division that was made in the invisible world? And what of the other 2 works? Continue reading, please.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
The evening and morning are portions of division between night and day. That's the eventide and dawn that were created on the first day. Here we see all the works that were created the first day and how they relate to the invisible things. Night testifies of the darkness, which was first. Hence, a day starts at night. The day witnesses of the light that came after. And the evening and morning are evidence of the division between the 2. That's good to know. Yet, we still need to see in scripture what order they are arranged in according to Alahayim to make up a whole day. Moses was given the understanding of the times that we seek in the book of the times that he received in Horeb in Arabia, known as Jubilees. Can you read 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 3 to 6, please?
All right. 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 3. Then said he unto me, In the bush I did manifestly reveal myself unto Moses, and talked with him when my people served in Egypt. And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt, and brought him up to the mount of where I held him by me a long season, and told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times and the end, and commanded him, saying, These words shalt thou declare, and these shalt thou hide.
Having been shown the secret of the times, Moses was shown there are 3 portions to the night and 3 portions to the day in a complete day. Can you read Jubilees chapter 49, verse 10, please?
Let the children of Israel come and observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings, from the 3rd part of the day to the 3rd part of the night. For 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a 3rd part to the evening.
From scripture, we see there are 3 portions to the night and 3 portions today. The daytime has the 2 portions of light, and the third part is given to the evening. Can you read Jubilees 49 and 12, please?
And it is not permissible to slay it during any period of the light, but during the period bordering on the evening.
Through scripture, we get understanding that the evening belongs to the daytime, according to how Ahayah counts the daytime. So we know to do the same. When evening comes, the day isn't over yet, but it is drawing to its close. The scriptures confirm it to be true that a day isn't finished until evening comes to its close and night comes in. Come, let's read John chapter 20, verse 1, please.
The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre.
We know a day starts with night. She came on the first day of the week during the third part of the night at dawn, because it was still dark. Can you read John chapter 20, verse 19?
Then the same day at evening.
That's the third part of the day by scripture. And notice it was the same day at evening to help understand that evening is the third portion of the daytime. Continue, please.
Being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Jews, came Yache and stood in the midst, and saith unto them, Peace be unto you.
Notice, though it was even, it was still the first day of the week. This confirms that the day isn't over just because it's evening time, since it's just the third part of the day. Remember, eventide is the process of the division between day and night. It is counted as the third portion of the daytime. Then this begs the question, well, when does the day actually end? The answer is when night comes because of the sun. The sun was given as the great sign for days and to divide the light from the darkness. We can get this edification out of Jubilees as well. Can you read Jubilees chapter 2, verse 9 and 10, please?
And Alahayim appointed the sun to be the great sign on the earth for days and for Sabbaths and for months and for feasts and for years and for Sabbaths of years and for jubilees and for all seasons of the years. And it divided
Verse
the
10.
light from the darkness.
Now we know it's the sun that divides the light from the darkness for a day to actually end. The process of division occurs during the evening and is complete when the sun is actually gone down into his portal in the west. Can you read Enoch chapter 77, verse 2, please?
And the west quarter is named diminished, because there all the luminaries of the heaven wane and go down.
When there isn't any light on the face of the sky, it's evidence that the sun has completed going down into the portal of the west. Then at that time, the daytime is complete. The scriptures show the day is complete when the sun actually goes down as well. Can you read Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 10, please?
If there be among
And
you,
11.
okay,
Ah, sorry.
that's all right. If there be among you any man that is not clean by reason of uncleanness that chanceth him by night, then shall he go abroad out of the camp, and shall not come within the camp.
He got defiled at night, right? Which is the beginning of a whole new day. He is unclean for that whole day. Continue, please.
But it shall be, when evening cometh on,
Evening is the third part of the daytime, so we are approaching the end of that same day. Continue.
he shall wash himself with water, and when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again.
And when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again. See, it's when the sun is down that the day is actually complete for the man to be clean again. It's not merely when sun is below the horizon, because the sun has to wane and diminish into the west portal. Let's confirm it's when the sun is down that a day is complete when night comes. Can you read Leviticus chapter 22, verse 6, please?
The soul which hath touched any such shall be unclean until evening, and shall not
Okay.
eat of the holy things, unless he wash his flesh with water.
After even comes what? Nighttime. So he can't be clean until night comes. Can you read Leviticus 22, verse 7, please?
And when the sun is down, he shall be clean, and shall afterward eat of the holy things, because it is his food.
Hopefully you understand now the sun being down is referring to when night comes because you can't be clean until after even. The sun has to be, the sun has to complete the division between light and darkness during the daytime hours at eventide to end the whole day. In conclusion, the three works from the first day, light, day, and evening, are the portions of the daytime. Now, what about the nighttime? When a new complete day begins and the other three great works. Let's look into it. We already know there are three parts to the night from scripture when we read in Jubilees. Can we touch that again? Jubilees 49 and 10, please.
Sure. Observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, from the third part of the day to the third part of the night.
Okay, now let's find out what the third part of the night actually is. Jubilees 49 and 12. Get that part.
And let them eat it at the time of the evening until the third part of the night. And whatever is left over of all its flesh from the third part of the night and onwards, let them burn it with fire.
Okay, the third part of the night is when they have to burn the Passover with fire. But what is the third part of the night known as to us so we can understand? Can you read Exodus chapter 12, verse 10, please?
And you shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning, he shall burn with fire.
Ah, okay. It's the morning that's the third part of the night. That's referring to dawn, which was one of the great works made on the first day of creation. Can you read the definition for dawn or morning, please? H1242.
Properly dawn at the break of day, generally morning, day, early, morning, morrow.
The third part of the night is referring to the transitional process of division between night and day that occurs during the morning, also known as dawn, that's leading to the start of the daytime's first portion of light. This shows that the nighttime's three portions are opposite of the daytime. Unlike the daytime, which has two portions of light and the third part given to the evening, the nighttime has two portions of darkness and the third part given to the dawn. Thus, the nighttime starts after evening with darkness, when the light is gone from the face of the sky because the sun has gone down into his portal, and the nighttime ends after dawn when the day breaks forth because the sun comes up out of his portal to end dawn and complete the third part of the night. The scriptures confirm that daytime springs after morning to help understand that daytime starts when the sun comes up, and at the same time, nighttime ends nighttime ends when the morning is complete. Can you read Judges chapter 19, verse 25, please, and 26?
All right, Judges 19 and 25. But the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning.
Notice they abused her all night until the morning. Knowing there are three portions of the night, we understand that all night would have had to include the third part of the night given to the morning as well. Continue reading.
And when the day began to spring, they let her go.
The spring of the day is dawn in the morning. It's the process of the rising of the sun when light prevails in the division of day from night. But the daytime doesn't actually start until the light comes, because now we know the three portions of a day start with two portions of light. Read verse 26, please.
Then came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house, where her Lord was, till it was light.
The light will eventually come due to the sunrise. That's when the division is complete and the start of the daytime. Notice she came in the dawn, but it was not considered light yet. This is because the sun has to rise for the daylight to start. Other scriptures show that the sun brings the light of daytime. Can you read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 16, verse 28, please?
That it might be known that we must prevent the sun to give thee thanks, and at the dayspring pray unto thee.
See, we are supposed to pray at dayspring, which is dawn, before the sun actually comes up. This helps to know it's the sun that comes up and brings the light to start the daytime after dawn. The scriptures show it's the sun that brings light shining on the face of the heavens. Can you read Enoch chapter 72, verse 4, 5?
I want to clarify something so that everybody can understand. So you're saying that the dawn is before the sun hits the horizon?
Before you can see the sun over the horizon. That's dawn. Once you see the sun, the actual sphere of the sun, the day has begun.
Okay. Enoch chapter 72, verse 4. And first there goes forth the great luminary, named the sun, and his circumference is like the circumference of the heaven, and he is quite filled with illuminating and heating fire. The chariot on which he ascends, the wind drives, and the sun goes down from the heaven and returns through the north in order to reach the east, and is so guided that it comes to the appropriate portal and shines in the face of the heaven.
And that's what we see. Soon as that sun comes over the horizon, you start seeing the rays of light shoot out. There is that illuminating light that shines in the face of the heaven. The scriptures support that morning is before daytime as well. Can you read Mark chapter 1, verse 35, please?
Yes. And in the morning,
That's the third part of the night.
rising up a great while before day.
There it shows the day comes after morning, not during the morning. So we can know that morning time isn't counted as a part of daytime, according to scripture. Continue, read that verse again, please.
And in the morning, rising up a great while before day, he went out and departed into a solitary place, and there prayed.
He went out at the dayspring to pray, to prevent the sun, just as the Spirit in Solomon spake that we should do. The scriptures also confirms that dawn is a part of the nighttime. Can you read Mark chapter 14, verse 30, please?
And Yache saith unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this day, even in this night, before the cock crow twice, thou shalt deny me thrice.
The cock crows at dawn, which is still a part of the nighttime. Hence he said, even in this night, because the nighttime wouldn't be over when dawn came. Let's confirm that dawn is a portion of the night. Can you read Job chapter 7, verse 3 and 4, please?
So am I made to possess months of vanity, and wearisome nights are appointed to me.
He's talking about the nights here. Continue, please.
When I lie down, I say, When shall I arise? And the night be gone, and I am full of tossing to and fro unto the dawning of the day.
He had wearisome nights, and that lasted unto the dawning of the day, which shows he truly had wearisome nights for the duration of the nighttime. In closing, hopefully we better understand that the sun is indeed the great sign for the division of days, because when he rises out of his portal, the daytime begins. And when he enters into his portal in the west by evidence of his great light being gone, Then nighttime starts, and a new complete day begins after. And hopefully that's it.
Let's see if we got any questions real quick before we go. I know that was pretty informative. All right. Highest prophet, Shabbat Shalom, brother. Letta, Shabbat Shalom, blessing to you as well, sister. Anu, Shabbat Shalom, brother. Did anybody have any questions before we got off of this stream? I just want to make sure that everybody understands before we go. Makala, Shabbat Shalom, I didn't see you up there at the top. I'm sorry. All right. My highest prophet says, so the day begins at sundown. The day begins at, what is it? What's the technical word for it? I want to go back over everything real quick, just as far as the 6 parts.
Okay, the 6 parts of day and night. In Jubilees, chapter 2, verse, right at the end of verse 2 and going into verse 3, it says, he created the abyss, the darkness, eventide, and night, and the light, dawn, and day. That would be number 6, my other finger. Those are the 6 parts that were created.
What 3 parts a day and what 3 parts a night?
The 3 parts, I'll start with the night because night comes first. The 3 parts of the night is the darkness, and there are 2 portions of darkness given to the night. And the 3rd part of the night is dawn, which we know as morning time. Those are the 3 parts of night. And
so
then
you have 2 parts of darkness, and you have 1 part, which is the dawn.
Yes.
All right.
That's the 3 portions. Then for the daytime, there's the light, and there are 2 portions of light. Jubilees chapter 49, verse 10 confirms that. Towards the end of Jubilees chapter 10, verse 49, it says, from the 3rd part of the day to the 3rd part of the night, for 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a 3rd part to the evening.
All right, so we have 2 parts of the light, and then we have evening, which comprises a day. All right. If you have any questions, please send an email to HebrewReaders@gmail.com. Ahayah be gracious unto you all. It may keep you. We may be coming on with a 2nd video. I'm going to talk to Kosovo and see how his equipment is holding up, and we will let you know. We'll send out a community post to let everybody know if we're coming on for the next lesson or not, depending on what's going on with our technical issues. With that being said, we hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we hope Alahayim keeps you all this week, and may he prosper you and spread his love upon you. All right. Shabbat Shalom, family.
HRC. Hebrew Readers Church.